So Angela, you're the host now.
Okay, I just started recording. All right, so tonight is 8/27/14, and Stacy Lancaster and Amy
Verhaen
is going to be teaching us all about do's and don'ts of recruiting. Amy has been with us for quite a while. How long have you been with us, Amy?
Like 18 months.
Okay, so Amy's been with us for 18, and Stacy has been with us for like a month and a half. So I think
No,
it's
it's
awesome.
been it's over 3 months now, or almost 3 months now.
Has it really? Wow, time is flying.
Yes.
So they've reached out and said that they wanted to do the recruiting training. So here it is, and they're going to teach us on do's and don'ts of recruiting. Hit it, lady.
Amy, you wanted me to go first?
Sure.
Everybody could mute their thingy down in the corner. It's got a little microphone. You can go ahead and click that and mute that.
Okay, guys, I guess we're going to start off. We're just doing really simple do's and don'ts. We learned a lot out of this. We feel like... Hello?
Lori, I think you unmuted. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Okay.
So, right, go ahead.
Okay, so we have a few do's and don'ts for you guys. We're going to start off with the don'ts. That way we can end on a good note. So we just have a few points to make. I guess we'll just jump right in. Our biggest thing is we want to bring our people in, our recruits in. It doesn't always work. Not everybody's always game to do this, so it can be kind of hard. So the first thing that I want to go over is taking no for an answer. That seems to be kind of hard. Nobody likes to hear no. We always want our recruits to say, hey, yeah, sign me up, but we don't normally get that. 90% of the time, me, personally, I get the no. So, for instance, no can be very annoying if you just keep saying, okay, well, but if you do this, we are really good at, Posh will give you this. There's so many incentives, and every time somebody says no and you just keep pushing it, that makes you annoying. And we've all dealt with those pushy salespeople. Think of car lots. We can't get them to go away. We don't want to go back. And then your best part to do is when somebody says no, just to, give them, okay, well, here's your information or my information. When you do decide that you want to do this, let us know or hit me up and we can get you signed up. It's kind of how Angela did it with me. About 8 or 9 months ago, we'll say a year ago, she tried to recruit me and I just couldn't do it. And when I was ready, it just hit her up out of the blue. So taking no for an answer will always bring them back to you when they do decide. But just don't be pushy. When they say no, just give them your information and let them come back when they're ready. Another big mistake in direct sales is thinking everybody with a pulse is your recruit, is possible recruiting. We don't want everybody in the world. If we take our 10 best friends and try to recruit them when we've no one to sell to either. And not everybody's made out for this. So if you sign up all 10 of your friends, let's say 7 of them don't make it, they end up quitting anyway, well, then they want nothing to do with Posh after that. So we just want to pay attention to the people, get to know your people, and the ones that you think would be really good at it, try to recruit those people. But not everybody is going to be set to do this. This is not something for everybody, though we would like to think it is. But it's not set for something for everybody. Let's see. Don't be selfish is another point that I have. By selfish, we all know that we need our recruits. That's how we build our business. It helps us. It does. And we get that. But when we first found Posh, we all knew that it was something that we enjoyed using, and we want other people to know that too. That's how you sell. So once you sell, I lost train of thought. Sorry, guys. We're in the business of helping people pamper themselves, basically is what I'm trying to say. And getting them into it can teach them, and this business can do a lot for them too. But if you go into it with the mindset, I need this recruit, I need it for me, they're not going to want to sign that. When you think like that, they can see that in you. It doesn't matter how sweet you can be or how you try to work, it will always come across that they're doing it for you instead of for themselves. So that's one big thing, is that we cannot be selfish. Never really thought of it that way myself, so it was something that I learned in trying to do this too. And my last biggest don't that I have found is spam. We've all gotten those emails. For instance, the weight loss pills and the all-natural weight loss stuff. And it's random people trying to get you to sell their stuff or get you to try their stuff. We all normally delete that. So when you have 200 and something Facebook friends, you're not going to want to send an email out or a message to every single one of them that's basically spamming them. Not everybody wants to hear it. Pick the people that you think that you could benefit or that could benefit from Posh. And don't just call up somebody that you haven't talked to in 20 years and say, hey, join my team. I need you to join my team. It's got a great business opportunity. This can take you so far. They're not going to want to talk to you after that. You can ruin a lot of friendships from that. So don't spam. That's email, text, Facebook, phone calls. You don't want to be the annoying telemarketer that calls at 8 o'clock while they're sitting down to supper. You don't want to do that. Don't spam anybody. Put it out there on Facebook. Create your posts. Let them decide, okay, that looks interesting. Let me ask her about that. Don't just keep throwing it in people's faces. We all know how annoying that can be. That's pretty much where I've gotten my biggest points that I've learned on that. Does anybody have any questions on the don'ts side of this? Hello? Anybody there? Okay. Well, Miss Amy has got our due. She's going to give us some tips on how to recruit instead of what not to do.
Okay.
So I'll turn this over to Amy.
All right. So a lot of these are actually going to kind of coincide with what Stacy was saying. Some of the don'ts were. The first one that I have are to build relationships. When you're talking to people, you want to listen to them, engage with them, ask them questions, make it about their experience and what they can get out of it, not what they can help you get out of it. Try to remember little things that they say so that when they do come back to you interested in a week, 2 weeks, a month from now, you can hopefully kind of touch base back on that conversation that you guys had previously and build on that. They'll get to trust you and you can build your team bonding relationship that way. Another thing is to maintain a positive work ethic at all times. This goes across the board from, sales to communication to recruiting. Follow through on what you say you're going to do. If something goes wrong, be honest. Don't try and, slide things under the table or, blame somebody else or whatever. Have good integrity. People will begin to trust you and trust what you're telling them. When people decide to start a business, it's often a personal choice and they want to make sure that you're in it for the right reasons. Network. So obviously online stuff is huge. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I don't even know how to use half that stuff. I have to have my 17-year-old teach me. But anyway, online forums and blogs. But when you're in these groups, you want to, do the things that I just talked about. You don't want to just be throwing out that spam like Stacy was saying. You want to actually engage with people and talk to them. Even if it's in a group with other direct sales people, you don't want to be bashing other companies and, putting people down. You want to actually try and build relationships because you never know when somebody might come to you because their business has gone stale or they want to try something new and they, really connected with you on a personal level. So they'll come back for that. Your hostesses make the perfect recruits. They're already vested in your business. They already love the product. They're most likely trying to get some stuff for free or at a discount. So it's important to include business information with every hostess packet, plant seeds in their heads, and, you know, just kind of keep the lines of communication open and let them know that this is an opportunity that could benefit them. And then the last one I have is KISS. Keep it simple, silly. When talking about business opportunities, keep it light and casual. Don't get into the nitty-gritty right off the bat because you'll just scare them away. They won't want to hear any part of any pay plan or anything like that. They just want to, you know, kind of figure out, you know, the biggest questions: how much does it cost and how much do I have to buy and in what time period? So keep it simple. And then once you got them hooked, then you can go into all the things, set up a meeting over coffee, you know, very light, no business suits, nothing like that. And I think that's it. Anybody have any questions?
You guys did awesome.
I do want to add one thing really quick. When I was talking about the take no for an answer, the one thing that you don't want to do for sure is if somebody says no, you don't want to cut them out. I think I would have been devastated had Angela decided I'm blocking her from Facebook. She wants nothing to do with me. I would have never been able to go back to Angela. I mean, surprised her one night. So don't cut them out. That makes you a snob. Don't be a snob. If they say no, be okay with it and, you know, go on. You have other people in this world that can be recruited.
And I think it's so true that, I mean, we have only 12,000 people that have signed up for Posh so far, and not all of them are even active consultants. We're just up to 12,000 recruit number. So just keep that in mind, that there are how many people out there that take showers every day. We all take care of our skin. If there's somebody out there that you think would be great, do what these ladies said and just kind of plant the seed, and it's going to come back to you. Last night when I was making those phone calls, I didn't make just booking calls. I was making recruiting calls. And this is another quirky thing that I totally believe in, is the more people that you ask, the more that you put it out there, the more it's going to come back to you. So say so yesterday I finally left my house after like a long time. And I went to the grocery store, and I went here, and I went there, and I went here, and I went there. And every place I went, I left a business card, and I told them about the business. And what I do is I'll give them a card, and I'll say, hey, have you ever heard of Perfectly Posh? We're a pure pampering company. We do naturally based and organically based pampering products. So look, go online, take a look at it. But let me tell you, we're very new, and we are looking for help in this area. So if it's something that you've thought of, or if you'd like to come join my team, please let me know. But, check out the products. If there's something that you'd like to buy, also keep that in mind and let me know. So I'm throwing both of them out there, and you always want to start at like the top. And what I mean by the top is the recruiting. You always want to ask them to join your team. And if they say no, then you can kind of get a feel if they're a no forever. You can ask them if it's a no forever. And if they're like, yeah, totally not my thing, have them book a party. If they say no to recruiting, then see if they'll book a party with you at least, or then at least put it out there to get a referral. So they say no to both, say, okay, well, if you're not interested in the business, you're not interested in selling. If you do know of people that would be interested and you forward my card, then I will give a referral bonus. And that you're putting it out there to the universe, it's going to come back to you. The more conversations you have, the more opportunity you're going to have to grow your team. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to just be crazy and talk to the cashier. Don't be afraid to talk to the receptionist. I've got some samples ready tomorrow. My son's getting his wisdom teeth out. A lot of times I'm not prepared, but I'm going prepared tomorrow. And they're all getting Posh, and they're probably going to get the newer sample creations because, I don't know, I think they look a little bit better than ours. So, and And it's a doctor's office, so they all put lotion on their hands. So we'll see how that goes. But recruiting it's easy for me, and I realize that it's not for everybody. It's not easy for everybody, but the more you do it, the more you practice, just like with soccer and football. And yeah, I've got boys. Can you tell? The easier it gets. So just keep asking. Just keep asking. We're so ground floor. And today it hit me. I'm like, oh my gosh, we just did this. You know, we just went through all of these trainings on recruiting and booking and just get ready, because we're going to go through this right now for a year. We're going to train everybody how to do these things. And then a year from now, we're going to be right back to where we are, because we're going to have so many new people on our teams that we have to do this all over again. So I thought that was a really cool thought today, because this is our second go around. I've been doing this for 2 years now. So just keep recruiting, and you guys are going to be all rock stars. I mean, Stacy and Amy, you guys killed it tonight, and I thank you. It was really good, and thanks for doing the research, and thanks for getting on here. I know you both were a little nervous, but you guys really did a good job. So,
well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anybody have any questions before anything? Any kind of question? I don't care what it is.
Actually, what's the effective range of 8mm?
No, I have to go away.
You said any questions?
My husband is go away. Go on. I did want to add something real quick. Amy was talking about building relationships, and it kind of goes with the not everybody is out to be somebody that you can recruit. We love our people. If you look at our Endless Poshabilities team here that Angela's got, everybody is so extremely helpful. I've read one post where there's one group on here that is extremely drama, nothing but drama. They fight all or whatever, and you see that a lot. If you know somebody that's really drama, you're not going to want them in. It goes in with that as well. So if you get to know somebody like Amy was talking about, you're going to know, okay, this is not going to be a good fit for them. They're going to make us all miserable. It's not going to be a good fit. So kind of pay attention to, getting to know people. You're also going to realize that once you got to know this person is not somebody I would want on my team. They're not ethical. They're dramas. So you're not going to want them there. I wanted to get that in there on how you can kind of look for something like that.
I love that. It's so true. It's so true. All right, so we've got only 10 minutes left on that. That went fast. So I think I might just end up paying for this in the future. I think it's only like $30, so we can go unlimited. But for now, I think this works. We'll keep them to 30 minutes. So next week, do we have any volunteers who want to do the next training? I know there was quite a bit that we had talked about. I don't know. Kelly, are you on the call? Kelly Rossman, I don't think she is. Heather, you're on the call. Heather, I was wondering if you and Kelly, oh, you are on the call, Kelly. Kelly, don't kill me for this, Kelly. Kelly, you and Heather McCarty, if you guys would team up maybe and do the training on Facebook groups maybe next week.
Okay.
Who said okay? Heather?
Heather, sorry.
Yeah, your picture's not there. Okay. Kelly, I saw that you were here. I don't think she has audio. All right. If that falls through, we can have a backup. I was going to go into our files. We still have 8 minutes, so we're good. Let me check the files and see what was out there. I don't think Katie's on. Is Katie on? I don't think so. There was the sign up one. Sign up. There we go. So we have hostess coaching, booking parties, both the parties and outside. I say we need to book parties before we book parties at parties. Anybody out there? Does anybody have any issues with There's Kelly. Kelly, can you hear us? Kelly, you can chat down at the bottom. All right. So this is tentative. So right now, I'll get those two together. There's Kelly. Are you good with doing the training with Heather? Shake your head. Yeah, we can't hear you.
I don't know. I had a hard time setting this up.
Are you good with doing the training with Heather next week, the Facebook pay group thing? Okay. All right. Well, that's it. You guys come up with a date and time, and then let me know, and I'll put it on our event.
Sounds good.
All right. Hi, Stacy's husband. Have a good night, ladies. What?
You too.
Thank you, too.
Okay. She's not gonna. Okay. Good night.
All right.
Good night.